Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby checks in a gambling rehab after being under investigation from the NCAA, bro.
Yep.
So I think that is a reason, which is a great transition. I think that is another thing that is breaking NCAA down, bro. Is that these kids is chasing this NIL money and they gambling it however they are, and it's ruining the sport. And the reason that they're doing it, they're getting older. So as long as they don't get caught, nigga, that NIL money plus that gambling money, you damn near making probably more money than NFL practice squad players. So I
Yeah.
want to know your outlook on this, man, because it says he's under investigation and he checked into rehab, man. I need your whole outlook on this.
It's
Oh,
a little
great.
video right here. Let's see what they talk
Great.
about.
We got a clip. Let's run it.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Pete, what more can you tell us about the Sorsby situation?
Well, Matt, there's two compelling buckets that this story can be broken into. And the first is we have the first prominent athlete in college sports to admit a gambling addiction and go check himself into a facility. That, in my mind, is unprecedented, and it will be fascinating to see culturally what unfolds from there. The second piece of this, obviously, is the collegiate eligibility bucket. According to NCAA rules, and what we know about Brendan Sorsby's gambling, that he placed thousands of bets on a gambling app, and also that when he was a redshirt freshman at Indiana in 2022, he bet on the Hoosiers to win. Those, history would tell us, would make it very difficult for Brendan Sorsby to regain eligibility. The NCAA has a strict rule for athletes and even staffers that they cannot bet on college or professional sports. Recent history would indicate they have enforced that very strictly. It is actually fairly easy to track gambling because all of it is through apps now. So once they've targeted someone, everything is laid out electronically for the NCAA. So Sorsby is obviously going to go away for treatment for a while. There's no specific timetable on his return, Matt.
Yep.
He's going to obviously face long odds to regain eligibility. He has played 4 seasons. He redshirted the first one, so this is his final year of eligibility. His case will certainly be at the focus. Remember, Sorsby was the #1 player in ESPN's transfer portal rankings this offseason. He came off a dynamic season at Cincinnati, and he was slated to be the starter at Texas Tech, which is coming off the CFP.
Yeah, so I guess a lot to unpack there because of the eligibility situation. So I guess, Pete, Texas Tech fans are sitting here reading this news or watching this saying, oh, my gosh, this was the guy we paid a lot of money for to come transfer from Cincinnati to start at Texas Tech, a playoff team a year ago. So what's next? I know there's
paid a lot of money for it.
But in just handling this, what's next, do you believe?
Sure. So what's next for Texas Tech is they have a bit of a conundrum. Will Hammond, their backup, is coming off that ACL tear. Remember, he really flashed in that Utah game last year, Matt. He tore his ACL in October. In recent weeks, Joey McGuire told the media in Lubbock that the best case scenario for Will Hammond's return would be week 3. That would be, nearly a year out, maybe 11 months out from when he tore that ACL. They have a veteran backup named Kirk Francis. You probably called a couple of his Thursday night games while at Tulsa. They had brought him in the portal in the offseason.
All right, we don't really care about the rest. But
yeah, we don't care about that.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen, bro. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Talk about it.
What's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a prediction, and we're gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna be the first one to call this shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Talk about it.
Look,
Talk about it.
he's going into rehab, and they just said there's questions on his eligibility, and he's checking into rehab for they don't know how long. So this is what's gonna happen. He's not playing college football again. He's fucked. That's fucking done. He's done for. First of all. Second of all, I think this is he's getting ahead of something here. He's getting ahead of something because I also saw another tweet, something earlier.
Talk about him, Cole.
He's not
Talk about it.
He's not under investigation of anything yet, like by anybody yet, by the NCAA or the FBI or the police or nobody at all. So he isn't under investigation yet. So he's getting ahead of something by going for rehab or whatever. So boom. And I think this is his attempt to try to salvage his football career, period. Fuck college, because college is done. Like I just said, it's over with. That's why they're already talking about Will Hammond and backups and other quarterbacks, because he's not playing college again. That's over with. So this is an attempt to save his career. And the NFL draft just happened, but they also do a supplemental draft later in the summertime at some point. And that's his goal. So he'll do rehab probably for April 20th, 30 to 60 days, probably 60-day rehab, and like actually do it because this is, like I said, he's trying to salvage his career at this point of playing football ever again.
Hey, now
So
you
he's
said
gonna
we gotta
try to do
clip this
that.
up now. We
He's
gotta
gonna
clip
try.
it up now.
We're gonna clip the fuck out of it.
All
But
right, hey, you making these
happen.
predictions? We gotta clip
He's
it
gonna
up
check in
now.
rehab for 2
Hey.
months. He's not playing college ever again. He's gonna try to get to the NFL on a supplemental draft. But what I think is gonna happen is, I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's fucked. To be honest with you, he's probably done. I don't think he'll ever play ball again. Period. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong for his sake, for him trying to play ball. But shit, I don't know, bro. That's just what I feel on it, because it's not a good look. Because what NFL team is gonna fuck with that or want to sign that? If
Yeah.
you not, I mean, shit. I mean, not. I don't know. I don't know.
You will hope the little nigga gets signed. You hope
It
the little
would be
nigga able to
different.
recover.
It would be different if he was just going. I don't know, because then again, it's still just not a good look, bro. It's just not a good look. It would have been better if he just got truly investigated and then it came out like, oh, he was betting, but he never bet on college football at all. He just bet NFL and whatever, if that's illegal. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you bet on the sport and your team, like, it's just not good. Even though even though I don't think they said he didn't bet on any games that he was involved in, it's just not good though, bro. Even if you bet for your
Betting is
team to
betting.
win, like, that's just an ugly thing. It's just one of those things where you're instantly just fucked.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more with that, to be completely honest. But it's like, then again, like I agree with you on your prediction of saying he's getting in front of it. I think he is getting in front of something because he's under investigation. So that rehab could be used in so many defenses for this investigation.
But he got ahead of it because the investigation hasn't started yet. That's what I was saying. Nobody's investigating him. It just came
Okay,
out of nowhere, like, oh, he's going to rehab today.
so
Like,
he
what?
kind of admitted it himself. So he's
Yeah,
smart as
before
fuck.
anything came
So
out. Yep.
he's smart as fuck. Most definitely since he played quarterback. And what's the number one thing they said? This nigga was the number one rated quarterback in that motherfucking portal now. So this leads me back to my point of that NIL money, bruh. That they probably gave that nigga the bag, and he never thought for real that he was gonna get that bag because he wasn't like he played decent, but not really good enough on those teams. Indiana wasn't that big. You get what I'm saying? They were winning. They were good,
Yeah.
but they weren't that big. You know what I'm saying? So the fact he went to Cincinnati balled out, this nigga like, damn, I actually can get this money. So he probably was for sure shaking and baking regardless. We know how niggas get down. Like, we not about to play stupid. We not about to play stupid, but I think that NIL money, bro, is fucking these kids up. I don't think he would he wouldn't be so money hungry if that money wasn't in front of him. I think if Ball was in front of him, y'all would have probably got a number one draft pick off this nigga if he was really that cold. He's because let's talk about it. For a quarterback to learn three different systems and be even mediocre in those three different systems is fucking hard to do. So the fact that he's smart and he can ball, bro, if this NIL shit wasn't so prevalent and this gambling shit wasn't so prevalent, because we know niggas watch sports now probably more than ever because they gamble. Let's talk about it. Sports is probably watched so much more now because of gambling. So what I'm saying here is
No,
this nigga probably is such a great athlete and it sucks. But I think he is getting ahead of something, like you said, to get back on track. And I think this is smart for him being a quarterback because this is the opposite end of being a smart quarterback compared to Diego Pavia. Because people will accept a quarterback that admits he's wrong and is trying to get help for it. Like you said, the character, the outside the lines character. Andrew Luck, great guy. If this was him, they would probably respect that. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers, not really a good guy. So if this was him, they probably wouldn't respect it. So you got to understand your persona too when it comes to these things. But overall, I still blame the NIL for them allowing niggas to pay kids because some kids don't understand what they got and don't understand how good they are. And I think he was one of them kids that knew how good he was, but probably confidently didn't really understand that he was really better than a lot of these other niggas.
yeah.
So I think I blame the NIL for shit like this. Like,
See, I agree with you. Like, NIL has definitely enabled these kids a lot more. Obviously, like, just having money and more freedom and not, like you said, ball focus isn't on ball anymore. But only pushback I'd have on that, bro, is I think this is one of those like unspoken rules of like there's no coming back from it. Like, it doesn't matter. You could be fucking Tom Brady himself. If Tom Brady was betting on his own games or betting against himself or something that came out in the middle of his prime, he would have been dropped and never played football ever again, regardless of how good he was. Like that's just how I feel this for this kid, like it's just one of those unspoken rules of like you can't cross that line. Like nigga, you could have had a DUI and nearly killed somebody and still would probably have another chance to play football again, right? But betting on your own games, you're probably not playing ball again. It's just it's fucked up. It sounds fucked up when you say it, but
That's the key
it's the
thing. He
truth.
didn't bet on him. He didn't bet on any game he was in. So that is a key factor. It's betting, yes.
But no, he
But
was betting on games when
organization,
he was betting on games when he was like a red shirt. He was like a
yeah, well,
back.
he's like a red shirt, but he wasn't
It's
playing.
just it's just
So he
bad, bro.
wasn't playing in.
It's just
I
it's
think
not,
it's terrible, Cole. I hate
it was good
NIL.
that he got ahead of it though. Go ahead though.
I'm happy to see broke kids get paid, and it
He can
is good he
control
got
the
ahead of
narrative
it.
a little bit.
That's my point.
He can control
That's
the
my point.
narrative and make it
Yep.
seem like he really had like some like crazy like compulsive addiction. So like that is gonna be the one thing working in his favor though. But I just don't
That's what I'm
think that's gonna
saying.
be enough. It might give him a chance maybe if he takes a full year off of football. Say he doesn't play this year and then next year gets signed in the offseason to some NFL team. I mean, and
That's
get
what I was
out.
about to say. That's my prediction. And I'm glad you touched on that. I think niggas just gonna let it die down. I think niggas
Wait
are
a
gonna
year.
let it die down because NFL teams get in this desperate moments, most definitely for that position. So
True.
I think he's blessed that he plays quarterback. Because if this was any
True.
other position, you know damn well he's not playing in the league no more.
True.
Let's talk
It makes
about it.
sense.
But since he's a quarterback, NFL gets so desperate for
True.
quarterbacks that they might let that shit die down and bring his ass in there for the weakest amount of money. But
True.
again, since he just had probably this much money and lost it, he's probably is still going to
Not
build
even
some
about the
type
money
of
no more.
gratefulness.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
get what I'm saying? He's gonna build some type of gratefulness, like, damn, I'm still able to play this in front of all these fans with all these people. So that's my prediction that the NFL gonna be slick and let him take his little rehab, probably take him off a year, even be training him on a low. Some teams might let him work out for him.
Yeah, I
You're not
mean,
gonna
your
know.
agent probably has connections with
You
somebody.
get what I'm saying? And he probably, and it ain't no way he went to those schools, because if you look at the schools he went to, them bitches just got better and better. And like I said, Indiana popped out the blue, bro. That's how we know Fernando Mendoza was good.
Yeah.
My boy,
Yeah,
he's
we on
back
your
in his
topic
letter.
right now too, fam.
You feel me? Yeah, we gonna get up in there because I got a couple
Yeah,
questions for you,
yeah. Got my
man.
boy back in his bitch. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
lock in,
There
clock
we
in, like he
go.
top 10,
Yeah,
goddamn,
Ready to make it
You
happen.
feel me? He's locked, But I think personally,
Locked
like
now. Now I'm cool.
before, because I want y'all. I look on this as well.
Because this is what Joe. This is what Joe said right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They full of no, we just talking about fucking Brendan Sorsby because
Yeah.
we just talking about I think my prediction, and I'm gonna let Cole give his because I also want to know what your prediction is gonna be, how they gonna play this out. I think that the NFL teams are gonna let this die down because they get desperate for quarterbacks. And I think if he wasn't a different position, they wouldn't care.
Yeah, well, let's
Like,
bring
he
Clarence
would
up to
never-
speed real quick. How we got to that point
Running
where
back.
I'll give you the little 30-second nutshell. So we brought up the shit about him gambling, and well, I want to get to your point about the if he was a brother, but we'll get to that in a second. But what we were talking about before you got on was I said my prediction was I think he's fucked. He'll never play college football again, and then him checking into rehab is him getting ahead of something because he knows that a real investigation is coming because he's not under investigation by the FBI or the NCAA yet. So I think he's getting ahead of it first. And then I think he'll never play college ball again. And him trying to go to rehab is him trying to save his chance of playing NFL ever because he has to get ahead of it and try to control the narrative of like, hey, I have this like crazy addiction. And like hopefully he can go to rehab and get it fixed. And like, but I don't think he'll ever play college football again. Like that's fucking out the window. And we just watched this video right now that said that it clearly states in the NCAA rules, and this is a Sports Center video, that if you gamble on college sports, then your eligibility is cut right away. So I think he's fucked. He'll never play college again. But go ahead. What your reaction to that is? Go ahead, and then Joe.
I was just thinking that in the grand scheme, NFL teams are going to get slick. They're going to still work him out because he went to better teams and performed better. So I think they're going to let the shit die down. And I think since he's a quarterback, NFL teams get so desperate for quarterback. Hence the Browns. That's why they got 4. Hence the Jets. That's why they still trying to figure it out. They went with old ass. You feel me? So
he was the number one player in the portal too.
In the portal, he was the number one player. That's the biggest.
That means a lot. That has meaning.
So I don't think they let that go. In the aspect of they're probably still work him out to see if he's actually good. They're gonna let this shit die down, and then it'll become under chatter. Because think about how many NFL players and college players get in trouble. This shit can get swept under the rug so fast. And I think that's
Yeah,
what's going to
yeah.
happen. It's going to get swept under the rug. And if he's actually good, he will get a chance, but it's going to pop out like no one knew what the fuck happened until niggas do their research and get on him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's my personal opinion on him. And I think that's how they're going to move forward with him. What you think, Clarence? Go ahead and like that. Boom! Let them bitches up. Go crazy.
Yeah,
Go crazy.
TK, we don't need to talk about the disparity and how he's being treated. That's like we said in the group chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's old news. It's whatever. It's clear, but it's like they, what I think is gonna happen though to him. I kind of agree with you on there, Joe. For real, I think if the thing is, I think he's done with college ball. Facts. Like they said, he placed 1,000 bets and addiction, whatever, yada yada. I think Cole, you completely right. He's trying to get ahead of something way bigger than this. If he placed thousands of bets, who knows what type of bread he was really making, how long it was going on, et cetera, et cetera. Like this is light. Like he's not the kingpin in the betting ring. He part of it that they found, and I think you're right. He's trying to damage control right now. But I definitely, and I'm not trying to be biased, but I definitely do not think his chances with the league are done by any means. Heck no. He didn't take no money from them. What they care? He took money from the NCAA. They are definitely not letting him play no more. He take no money from the league. What? He didn't take no money from them. I don't think they can. I think they have to be the NFL, so they got to make sure they make it so that they slap him on the wrist like everybody else. But I think he gets a shot for surely. I think it's a good chance he gets a shot.
This is why I just said to Joe, and I disagree with that because to me, I feel like this is one of those like unbroken rules. Like nigga, the example I made of Joe was he could have had a DUI and nearly killed somebody, and obviously not kill him because Henry Ruggs went to prison. But I'm saying he could have got a DUI and nearly killed somebody, and I think he'd have a better chance of playing in the NFL versus if you're caught in a betting
There's rumors.
It's like one of those scandals, bro, where it's like it's so ugly that nobody just wants to be a part of it. Like it's bigger than it's just one of those unwritten, unspoken moral things that you just can't cross. That
and when it comes to money,
I'm gonna throw another question in money.
He could get 3 DUIs.
That's where they could draw that line.
He could get 3 DUIs, and that would look better than this. If he had 3, say it came out, hey, he got his 3rd DUI last night. They would still look better than this. And he's checking. He could be checking into rehab for alcohol. Be like, yeah, he's an alcoholic. He has 3rd DUI this week, and that would look better. And he would play college football this year, and nobody would give a fuck. We would forget about
it because what he's doing now is white collar crime, though. White collar criminal tactics. That's where it's like, oh, we all supposed to be white collar around here. We can't have nothing to do with you.
It's just like because it questions the integrity. It's a larger thing. It questions the whole integrity of the game and NCAA impacting the bottom line.
On the opposite side of things, do y'all think that he's only under investigation because he checked in? Because think about this. Now, this is from giving me what Cole told me. Hold on. The investigation didn't start. It ain't no investigation started yet. That's the information that we read up on with Cole. So I'm asking this. He might be getting ahead of something, but do y'all think they're only investigating him because now this is a long shot because we really don't know the truth yet. But I'm saying, is he getting this investigation because he actually checked in, meaning that he was automatically betting? You get what I'm saying? So they know he was betting. So it's automatic because he checked in. He wouldn't have checked in if he wasn't betting. So, and it's not no investigation going on. Stick with me. So you think that they're just about to open this investigation to see, or you think they even opening this investigation to catch more players? Because you know how the cops work, how FBI work. These niggas will investigate one person to get more information on the other people. So maybe since he's weak right now, and I'm just saying this could be a long shot, maybe since he's vulnerable right now, they're going to open this investigation, try to scare this nigga or do whatever they do so he can give up the people that actually was betting, because we know bettors don't really win by themselves. Somebody going to join you. Somebody going to join you. Bettors don't run dolo. So I'm just saying that can be the other realm of it. Like we ain't no investigation yet, so it could be that. But from the looks of it, we would think the opposite, that this nigga, you know what I'm saying, is dirty. He has an agenda. But I'm saying we got to play this shit 50-50. He could really have that issue, could really be getting better, and they could really be plotting to get more information from the nigga because we know how cops work. And that's all I'm saying.
But he's not under investigation. The cops haven't my fault. The cops haven't opened a formal investigation yet. That's probably coming down the line though. It hasn't been opened yet.
Normally, though, when they open an investigation, that means they have you. You're there.
Yeah,
So
no,
if
I
they ain't
agree
opened that
with you.
investigation
Depends.
yet, that means they ain't got too much on you, fam.
I don't know.
So
I
him,
think it's big. I don't think it's that deep. I think it is just him on some shit. But to your point though, just because like that, I think that's the reality. But like you said though, they're gonna do their due diligence of investigate. Okay, not only you, your family members, your friends now, because you are admitting to gambling. Now we got to look at everything. You know what I
exactly
mean?
my point.
But I don't think that it is that. I truly, because you're betting $1, $2.50, $1 bet on pitches and shit. Like I don't think that anybody else, because nobody's gonna benefit on that. But what were you say, Clarence?
I was gonna ask who's
You can always
who's
benefit on
like
that depending
pending
on who's playing and who's
investigating on him.
pitching.
Is it the cops or is it the FBI that's about to do the investigation?
No, nobody. He has
It's not
nothing's
fair.
came about yet. That's why I said I think he's getting ahead
It's
of
not
it.
fair.
Nobody, the NCAA, the FBI, the police, nobody is investigating him. It just came out of randomly news today of, hey, I'm going to rehab. I have a gambling problem, and nothing else beforehand came. It's not like, oh, last week he had allegations. Nothing came out. It just randomly popped up today of like, I'm checking into rehab. I have a problem with gambling, and then this other information came out of like, oh, he was found to bet 250 on pitches and shit.
And how
But
did
like,
that
there's
information
Okay.
come
no
out?
go. What'd you
Because
say?
this nigga
Okay.
told it. This nigga told it.
Yeah, he
How else would
told.
that information go out? He went to
Telling.
rehab and told them that
Yeah,
information, or else
yeah,
these niggas wouldn't have nothing.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like
that's
I
how it
said,
came out.
it
Yeah, yeah.
could be a story made. He also could get ahead of it because when it's FBI,
He's
when
getting
it's
ahead of it. Yeah,
investigation,
yeah.
FBI doing that shit. Period. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Now
if
it could be
That's what
a lot of these
that's what was
dudes.
confusing me was when Joe kept saying FBI because I mean, from what I know, cops doing investigations is one thing. If he turned himself in, the reason why I thought he was trying to get ahead of himself is because here's the thing: we don't know if the FBI is involved or not. We don't know we don't know what agencies
no one
involved
is
yet.
right now, as of now,
That's what I'm
no one
saying. That's
is.
just in the media. In the media,
Yeah,
ain't nobody involved yet. That's what's in the media. In the media, ain't nobody involved yet. I'm gonna tell you right now, if the FBI is involved, the case is already closed. They don't come and knock on your door and ask questions. They kick in your door when they got you
they
dead to
already
rights.
have that
That's why they have a
investigation done.
99% conviction rate. So
That's what I'm
that's why
saying.
that's why when you kept saying FBI, you kept saying that's why I'm like, if you say FBI,
Yeah,
yeah, he's definitely trying to get ahead of something. If ain't nobody involved in yet and he just kind of did this, I can understand for sure. Speculatory wise, I think like it could be something huge that he's trying to get ahead of because
and that's the
like Cole
case.
said,
That's the thing.
if he's pays the thousands of bets, I don't think it's just for nothing, Joe, because why he ain't come in on bet 901, 801, 701. Something had to tip him off if he's been betting this much to where he's like, no, I need to go do some damage control now. Or else he'd have had this,
Okay, but
awakening thought on bet 100
that's what I'm
or
saying though.
200.
Now
Niggas
I
act
agree
like
with
that
that.
don't. Niggas act like that don't happen though. Niggas act like niggas don't really wake up and really switch some shit up because they understand what it's doing is wrong. Guilt can only
Oh
eat at
no, for
certain
sure
niggas
that
for so
happens, but
long.
not a
Like
thousand
we don't
bets
talk
in. A
about it
thousand bets is way too
like
deep. That's too
Yeah,
much
but
money to
why
be
would
like
you?
a
But
thousand
thousand
why?
bets.
bets is too
Who
deep. That
think
happens at like
about
300, 400.
think about nigga. A lot of and that's what I'm saying. Let's get back to this NIL. A lot of kids ain't touched this money. We know that one kid from
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, dad, was damn near telling this nigga what to do, how to take the money, what to do with the money, whole 10. All I'm saying is we don't know what this nigga family is doing for him, telling him to do or making him do on the back end because they will threaten him. Once you get a criminal to commit the crime one time, blackmail is easy to go as long as you need it
You're
to go.
done.
You're done. And we
You
know
get that
niggas will
one
do
time,
this
you're
to their
done.
son about
Good
niggas will do
line.
this to their son about the money. Niggas will do this to their daughter about them. When money is so evil, nigga, it will make people do
Hey,
whatever. So I'm telling
money
y'all
is the
this, like
root of all
I'm not
evil,
saying the
Black
nigga
does, but I hear you.
the nigga guilty, but I'm also not saying the nigga innocent because we don't know yet.
I
For a
think
nigga to check himself in, that shows some type of at least you understand to me. Now, until we figure out that they found something, because if he checked in and then they came out with this, obviously he told them. They ain't found shit. So until they found something, the nigga's not guilty. And
But
that's
this is
all I'm
the thing,
saying.
though. This is the thing. I mean, yeah, you're right,
You
obviously.
can't check yourself
But
in and not be
but
guilty.
but there's no reason. Yeah, I agree. That's how I see it, Clarence. Of like, nigga, you would be an absolute fucking idiot to go turn yourself into rehab for gambling, and then there's no investigation that comes out afterwards. You
And
feel
not
like
be
a fucking
guilty. You
clown.
ruined your
No,
life
Like
for
I'm
no
saying
reason.
I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna be real with you, if
I
there
gotta
like
context that. I gotta
nigga,
context that.
if there is no investigation that comes from this, he is going down as the number one fucking dumbass in college football history. Because why would you
I
do
don't
that
think
and market
that.
yourself and then there's no investigation coming?
Because
Because,
he could be
bro,
getting ahead of it and no investigation comes, and then that nigga the smartest player in
no, the
fucking college
investigation's
football.
coming regardless. Either way, that's
We
why he got
don't
ahead of
know
it.
that.
Fam,
If
the
it ain't
investigation
started,
is coming, bro. I will bet. We could bet
Cole,
right now live
what
$100,
I'm
both
telling
of
you
y'all. If
is
no
what I'm
investigation
telling
comes, I'll bet y'all $100.
you
I
missing my
promise
point.
you, it's coming,
That
bro.
you
There's no
missing my
way
point.
you. Hold on, let me finish my point. I'm just saying, bro. There's no reason for you to do this if there's not an investigation coming, regardless, because you're gonna look like an idiot. Like if it's just like, oh well, there may be something. It could be like no. If you know for sure there's something coming, that's the only reason you do this, because this is career suicide, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like nigga, you're admitting to gambling. Like that's
This
career
is career
suicide, nigga.
suicide. The only reason I feel like investigation may not come out
It's
is because
coming,
I feel
bro.
like whoever made him go check in, or like not made him, but whoever told him about the tip to go check in,
His agent.
could at the most be saying, "You go do this, or we
And I'm
gonna leak
scared.
this about you right now. So
So
go get
fuck
into
human
rehab before
His
we
nature.
put
agent's
this
on
out."
his team. His agent's on his team, bro.
Fuck human nature then. So niggas can't just go check it. And I'm not being dumb. I'm just saying this is truly the opposite
No, they
side.
can. It's just
If
not
they
likely. People can
think
just have a
about
change of heart. That's
and
fast. It's
like
just
I
Not
not
told
college
likely.
y'all,
quarterbacks, bro. Not
like I
college
told
Especially
y'all,
now
quarterbacks.
with money.
Not college
told
quarterbacks.
like I told y'all, not college quarterback. I guarantee Fernando probably would have done the same thing. I'm because that nigga's just. But that's a different story. But
He
look,
probably
look,
would
look,
have got caught.
look, exactly. But what I'm saying is this, bro. I'm not saying he's not guilty. I'm not saying there's nothing to get ahead of. I'm saying though, if he was guilty and then checked into rehab, it would be a different story. We can go with
Yeah. It would look
what y'all are
worse.
pushing.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
narrative would
that's what I'm
already
saying.
been out.
The narrative would be what y'all are saying, black and white. There will be no argument from me. All I'm saying
Right.
is, if we look at and media got away with their words. We even just heard how this nigga was talking. We heard how that one bitch was talking to that Paige Shiver bitch. That no, I ain't going back to her. But look,
But bro, this is the equivalent to like this is the equivalent to being in a marriage, right? And you're with your girl, and you tell your girl out of nowhere, there's nothing going on. You just tell you, and you just tell her like, yeah, I got a sex problem. I got a sex addiction. Like I've beating out you all the time.
yep,
And it's
keep
like,
going.
bro, you're gonna do that. I mean, I'm not saying that some niggas wouldn't do that. It's probably not the best example. But you get my point though of
No,
like
it makes complete
you're
sense.
you're just
not
gonna
gonna say that for
introduce
no reason if
you're
it
just
ain't
gonna
going
introduce
on.
issues unless you know that there's probably gonna be something that's
Now
where
my
you're
question
coming
to that
from.
is, what's she gonna say? I knew you was cheating, which what? Ends the investigation. That ends her investigation. She don't have to prove you cheat no more if you already checked in
If
on cheating. Hold on, let me land.
it
Let me
further
land. Let me
proves my
land.
point of his
Let me
career
land.
is done.
No,
And
I'm not talking
relationship's
about.
probably done.
I'm not talking about just career. I'm talking about that the information that was given was never found on the investigation for him to be in trouble. That's what I'm saying. The information that was given was so minute that he probably gave that information. Think about it. Let's think deeper. If we thinking into y'all scheme that he's getting ahead of something, why wouldn't y'all think that him saying that he only bet that little bit amount that coach just said is not nothing, that little bit amount, why would he only admit to betting that little bit amount
Here it
at this
goes.
point in time? That they saying he bet on college football. We don't know how much he bet. The
Look.
only price range they gave was on the baseball thing. So I'm going off of what you educated me on. My thing is this: if this
Here.
nigga
Go ahead, my fault.
if this nigga, I'm just saying, I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm saying it could be a possibility that he did check into rehab because nigga, whether he got tipped off or not, he understood what he was doing was bad. Period. So this nigga checked into rehab to save it. Like, damn, maybe I am fucking up. We don't know that yet. But I'm saying this shit with no investigation, and they're just saying this little minute information. This is all shit he told them. When you check into rehab, you have to
Right.
tell these niggas what's going on. You can't just go into rehab and then nigga
They
expect to
can't.
be okay.
But
You
Where'd I go?
they can't. No, they can't force nothing out of you. But when
But
you
they
go, you
can't
have
leak
to.
that they legally can't just tell the doctors can't just tell your information. That's against the law. They can't tell you if you go to
HIPAA
therapy.
violation.
Yeah,
They-
they can't go if you go to therapy. They can't tell you what you're going. If you're admitted to stuff or if your medical history, they can't tell that shit. But anyways, here's the tweets. It says Sorsby's gambling has not drawn the attention of law enforcement per sources, nor has he been linked to anyone attempting to influence the outcome of a contest. Sorsby's gambling per sources was a steady flurry of small bets over a period of time. Now, before I read this other tweet, I want to highlight it says that first line, and then after it says per sources. That's them. That's his team.
That means per
That's-
who they want the story from.
That's Sorsby's team reporting this information directly to ESPN, getting ahead of it, saying, "Look, there's no law enforcement involved," which it easily very well could be. That's just them getting ahead of it.
On that too.
Of trying
We
to
would know.
okay.
We would know. Period. We would know if there's an investigation going on. Period.
No, we wouldn't.
We would know.
No,
Yes,
we would
we
not.
know.
Nah, that's
How
false.
wouldn't we?
That's false. No, we wouldn't.
How wouldn't we? The
No,
NCAA would throw that
The only
out there,
other
bro.
thing-
Do y'all really think the
I'll
NCAA wouldn't
tell
throw
you
that
how
out
we
there?
wouldn't.
We're talking about
I'll
the
tell you how
police,
we would.
the law
Let me-
enforcement.
I'm
Fam.
talking about NCAA who probably got them involved. NCAA probably
I
has
will
law
tell
enforcement
you
involved
how.
because it's an NCAA violation. It's not a
I'll
law
tell you how.
violation.
No, law enforcement
I'll
looks
tell you
into
how.
itself. Not law
Unless
enforcement.
it's
tell you how.
yes, with the big leagues they do. Go ahead,
Go ahead,
Clarence.
Clarence.
Joe, I'll tell you
Throw
how.
him up.
Oh,
I ain't
shit,
see him.
Clarence
That's why I
ain't
ain't
on
see
here.
him.
My fault,
Yeah, I was
fam.
like, throw
My
him
fault.
up. I ain't see him. My
Joe,
bad.
I'll
My
tell
bad.
you how.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I just want you to follow this trail of thinking right now, Joe. All
Be
right?
on it.
Think of any and everybody in the history of betting who placed bets. Any and everybody, okay? Think of the way they bet and how they bet. Even if they just trying it for a little bit. Think about how it goes, all right? Now, I believe Cole when he say this is what your team getting ahead of it. Do you know why? Because look at how even we'll just say, Joe, you right. You know, he bet a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. Look at how specific somebody who has a gambling addiction is betting. Look at it. It's so specific. It was only while he was a true freshman, only in 2022, a
That's
short
his
period
team.
of time.
That's his.
Only
Tell
single
me
game
that's not
reserved,
Sorsby's
none
team.
against IU, none against like they're
That's
literally
Sorsby's
saying, he
team.
only
Thank
bet
you.
the
Thank you.
exact
you.
intricate type way that doesn't break the law. But he's a gambling addict, and he
Exactly.
bets like an addict. But
It
only
says-
the intricate and detailed ways
You gotta
that don't
look-
break the law.
Exactly,
That's
Clarence.
bull.
You
That's
gotta look,
they know
Joe.
exactly what to say he didn't break a law. That's
Joe, what we're
I'm not
Joe, what we're
disagreeing with
saying
that.
basically is look at what they're not saying and look at how they're
And
saying
I'm saying,
what
look
they
at
said.
what they. And I'm saying, look at what we don't know. So just because they're not saying it, that means it's automatically true. What the
Hey, I
fuck? Since
fuck
when did that
with you,
happen?
bro. I fuck with you,
And
fam,
just because
because
they not
Joe can
saying
see
it,
the
you
good in
saying it makes
anybody.
them
I swear.
automatically
That's what I'm
innocent.
saying.
Joe
Oh,
can
me
see
though,
the
but
good in anybody. For real. That's
This
a real.
nigga
That's
like-
a real. I feel you though,
You
bro.
can't-
But you
shut
give
up,
everybody
nigga.
the. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm
Benefit of the
ever,
doubt.
hey, Clarence, if we're ever convicted of a crime, we want 12 niggas like Joe on the jury
Hey,
because this
oh,
nig's
me.
gonna give you everybody the
Oh,
benefit of
shit.
the doubt.
Hey,
He
what's
gonna
that
give you the
somebody
benefit of the
can
doubt.
swallow?
Hey,
Jury.
Joe is gonna give you the benefit of the doubt unless he
Hey,
sees clearly
what?
with his eyes. If he got to see it to believe it, Joe
need the
not
evidence.
gonna put two and
Joe
two
Put
get
together.
the
Cochran
evidence
in
in
this
front of
motherfucker.
me. Put the evidence in front of me, and I
Joe
go
gonna
off
give you
that.
the benefit of the doubt
But
every
right
time,
now-
nigga.
Joey Cochran
Look,
in this
look,
mother.
Joey
keep
Cochran. Hey, I
Boy,
swear,
chill, bro.
Joey is
Chill,
gonna give
bro.
you
Hey,
the
chill.
benefit of the doubt, boy.
Hey, but no, this is what I'm asking though. Right? Who else would let them like? So if he checks in, and then someone else figures out and tips them off, how much worse do that look? So my question to y'all is this: if y'all were in
Better.
this predicament,
You're ahead of
how
it.
the fuck
Well,
would y'all go about it? No, regardless, because even if someone else say he checked into rehab quietly, and someone else figures out and tips off the people. Regardless if it's
Yeah.
illegal, we know niggas is phones
The
get
whole-
pulled out
checking
25-8. Hold on. 25-8 nowadays. So I'm saying what it will still look just as bad if this nigga checked in dolo and some people just caught this nigga in
But
the
that's
rehab.
but that's what
boom.
I'm saying, Joe. Checking into rehab was the whole is part of the publicity stunt. There's no checking
So-
into rehab if you're not alerting the media. Both go hand in hand. There's
Not
no
as a
one or the
QB
other.
like
God
that big.
damn.
Checking into
So I
rehab.
can't go to
Gonna say
therapy?
something.
I can't go to
Fam.
fucking therapy without
Joe,
notifying the fucking media?
Joe,
Holy
listen,
shit.
Joe, hold on.
Holy
Give
Not as a
me
QB that big.
give me
Hell
30
no.
seconds, bro.
What? You think
Back
he
to
can?
back to my point, fam. Of this is literally
What?
this is literally career suicide. He was better off going to rehab for alcohol, weed, cocaine, sex, and all of those combined
Joe, what?
versus going
I
there
just
for
don't know why Joe
gambling,
ain't
fam,
surprised.
on
We get this media
football.
training as freshmen. No, you cannot check into therapy in private dolo as a QB that big. No, you can't. We
No.
get this media training as freshmen. What are you talking about?
And my point
His
is
team notified
Bro.
like they should.
because family, this is larger than him just violating rules. This brings into question
Way larger.
the you got to think big, bro. Of like this draws in question of the entire NCAA as an entity, not just Texas Tech, not Indiana, not Cincinnati. the entire NCAA, because what people are gonna start thinking and already thinking is,
It's
fuck,
fake.
man, I knew this shit was rigged. All these niggas are doing
It's
this
fake.
shit.
It's fake.
Everybody's doing this shit. So it's fucking up the bottom line for the entire NCAA. That's why this is an unbroken rule of unwritten rule of like, this is the biggest, one of the biggest no-nos.
We don't do that.
Of like, nigga, you're better off being an alcoholic and had 3 DUIs and smoking weed and doing cocaine, and that would look better than this, bro. I promise you. You'd have another chance. This is like, nigga, you're fucking up the entire, niggas are looking at you like, bro, you fucking up the shit. Like, you blowing the spot.
Fucking up the bag for everybody, really.
Bad for everybody.
This low-key make it look like they all
Viewership's
do
gonna
it.
go down.
We gotta make
Betting's
it
gonna
like
go down.
You exposed it.
I know y'all seen last year that fucking receiver didn't even try to catch that ball on the left sideline. This nigga just walked off the motherfucking field. And his homeboy was like, bro, what the fuck? That's a touchdown. And literally, he was wide open. That bitch would have put, nigga, if he would have just.
And what happened to bro?
He got in trouble. He got in trouble, but it wasn't. This nigga just got expelled from school. That's it. Nigga ain't really get that much trouble. Nigga just got expelled.
He'll never play football
ever again in college.
And
that's what I'm telling y'all.
Hey, I got a question, Joe. What's his name?
I don't know. The nigga went to like Toledo or something.
Exactly. Don't nobody know because he did that shit.
Yeah,
he went to Buffalo.
because and he also wasn't a quarterback. That's what I'm saying. When you were, it's hard to really. When you a quarterback, your picture is so much bigger, especially when you're the number one quarterback in the portal. And when you're the number one in the portal, think about when they said he was placing his first bets, fellas. Let's break this shit down. Let's start there.
Freshman year, 2022.
Freshman year when he was at Indiana. He just now coming out to admit that he's fucked up before he even goes to a team that was a playoff team. And y'all telling me, look, hold on. You said that messes up the integrity. Well, that also combats the integrity because it's like it's going head to head at that point because he's showing integrity of being a bad person. And normally people like people that admit to being wrong. And what I'm saying here, Clarence, is this: he wasn't showing integrity when he was betting. When he checked into rehab, that's him showing integrity, showing like, I know I got a problem. This nigga's been betting since Indiana days, which 2020, what was that called? 2020 what? Yeah. Let's break this shit down. 5 years later, this nigga understand he has a fucking betting issue. Wait, I ain't know crackheads, they only shoot up for 2 years and don't realize, no, them niggas be shooting up for some time.
This was the point I was making earlier as to why he didn't check in for no reason. So I don't know what point you're making right now.
Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Is he not making our point?
I'm not.
I'm confused. I'm really asking.
Fellas, we know, and this is what I'm saying. Context. We know he bet. We know he's wrong. That's by far the biggest thing. But the what's the word I'm looking for? The assumption that he checked in to get ahead of some. Now we can't prove that. These is all just fucking. Yeah,
of course, that's what we do. That's why we're.
And what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is we listening to the news and how they word and shit, which is going to make it look bad regardless. But I'm saying this nigga could be completely innocent on the realm of this nigga checked in as a human, bro, and his agents had to know. Look,
why did he check in, Joe? Why did he check in?
Because he gambled. Period.
Didn't you just say something about crack addicts and after they 2, 3, 5, they're not waiting until 5 years and all that?
No, I said that, nigga. So it takes basically my example of that was some of these niggas don't realize. Some of these niggas can realize 2 years. Some of these niggas can realize 5 years. That's why you an addict, fam. That's why you're an addict. Addicts range from 20. Am I lying? Am I lying?
No.
Yes. You're lying.
Addicts. What? You can be an alcoholic for 10 years and then check in and get better. We hear these stories all the fucking time. What the fuck?
Joe,
that's crazy.
You're not hearing my.
That's crazy,
brother. You're not hearing.
No, you're not hearing my context of the point.
That's like being like you. I'm trying to get you to like see my point though, fam. Like this is literally career suicide if you're just. Like, nigga, hold on, bro. If you genuinely have a problem with gambling like this, or this is really genuinely a problem, but no investigation is coming, then you go to your family, you do some shit on the lowest of lows. You don't tell nobody shit. You go to rehab and you pay. Hold on, let me finish. If this is something that you're truly struggling with, you go to goddamn nigga, somebody, you go to Africa and get rehab because you don't want nobody to find out that you.
Not this nigga in the league.
Hold on, my point is this of. Nigga, this is the big like this is like being a fucking
boy.
I don't know, bro. It's like being a NASCAR driver and you drive drunk this is literally the epitome of fucking up the bag if this investigation comes. This is like, nigga, your career is done. You don't just do this. You don't just do this to be like, oh well, I'm doing this because I really want to help my gambling issue. But
You don't do this for the fun.
fuck my football career is done. I'll never play football again. But at least I get my gambling problem under wraps. No, nigga, you go handle that shit. Like I said, on the low, nigga, you go check.
You
into
just ruined
some
too many lives
exclusive-
doing that for no reason. Joe.
How
I know
much
you
money?
say it's integrity
How much
and
money?
stuff,
Hold
you
on.
ruined too many lives doing
How
that
much
for no
money?
reason.
How much money did Texas has he made? How much money has Texas Tech paid him? We don't know. So he could be getting out of this shit just in a safe manner. See, that's what I'm saying, nigga. It's so many realms to this shit. And leading back to Cole point, you said
How much
you
did
got
Texas Tech pay that man? He could
exactly.
be
We don't
out
know.
in a safe
We don't know
manner.
exactly.
That's a
Hello. And what I'm
fucking
saying here is
wow,
too.
'cause
What I'm
they
saying
got
here
the
is too.
bread
If we
to
gonna
do that.
throw
They got oil
exactly
money.
my fucking point, and this nigga went to 3 of the fucking
Wow.
Cincinnati has been playing good football. Think about these schools this nigga been at. That's why I gave him props on being a good quarterback. Now
He's good.
I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna end with this. Cole, to your point, you can't check in when you're that big of a star. Number one in the portal, niggas know about him. You can't just check into anywhere and not let niggas know because, like we said with Diego Pavia's stupid ass, he was on social media too much, and that fucked him up. So what's going to happen if some random TMZ star take a picture of this nigga going into rehab? You have to notify
It'll
somehow.
look a lot worse
Now,
than him saying
exactly.
it himself.
Exactly. So you got to how would it look a lot?
But
Yeah, it
that-
would look a lot
hold
worse
on,
than saying it
hold on,
himself.
hold
That's
on,
what I'm saying.
Joe.
Huh?
Hold up, Joe. I got a
Joe,
question.
you're completely. Hold on, before you go, Clarence. My fault. I just got one simple point to make. You're wrong, bro. Because I did a simple search. I couldn't think of who it was in the moment. But Brett Favre, he went to rehab twice for alcohol and painkiller addiction, and during his playing career, and nobody ever knew about it. Like, bro, you can check into rehab and nobody will ever know about it. Like, bro,
Yeah,
hold
can
on.
we get some
They
shit that's
can't-
with
Damn.
social
I
media area? No, fuck that. Can we
I
get some
stand
shit with
corrected.
social media area? What the fuck?
Joe.
Nigga, Brett Favre ain't playing fucking
Clarence,
social media
Clarence,
area.
tell him
Give me
about
some
HIPAA
shit after
violations.
2010.
Tell him about HIPAA, Clarence. Tell him about HIPAA, Clarence, please. They
Yeah,
cannot do that, nigga. They can't
legally
tell.
they can't. Legally, it's not allowed. Like I see what
Bro.
Joe's thinking from a paparazzi perspective as far as like
That's what I'm
they
telling you,
seeing
fam.
Diego there and somebody
It
taking a
don't
picture
matter
of Diego
who
being
tells.
Now,
Paparazzi don't get in
the
trouble,
HIPAA
nigga.
thing that Cole said, he's correct. If Diego makes it in there and like paparazzi ain't there to take a picture of him,
Yep.
like they can't look him up off his records, pretty much, right? Like that's HIPAA. Like the whole
Thank
place
you.
will get shut down.
But they can take
they
a
can't look
fucking
him up off
picture
his
and post
records.
it.
Yes,
And then niggas
but
will take
Joe,
it down,
you act,
but it's
but
still
Joe,
there.
you act like there's a big sign on his fucking head that says, "I'm going to rehab today for gambling." Nigga, he can be going to go see a therapist for anything. They don't know.
act like-
All they see, hold on, all they
now.
see is they know. All they see is, Sorsby's going into rehab today. They don't know, and they can take many pictures they want. They don't know what he's going in there for unless the therapist says and admits what they're talking about behind closed doors. Or you're telling me they got a mic back there? They don't know. He can be going to see them for.
So this nigga walking into a rehab building for no reason.
Joe, yes, he can be going in there for, like I said, he can be going to rehab for anything. He's going
That's
to
what's
rehab.
going to happen. They're going to take that fucking picture, seeing him walk into that building
But
regardless,
Joe,
and
hold
make
on.
up what they want to make up.
But Joe, they came out with specifics of he made these bets in 2022 and all this other shit that sounds like it came
Because-
from hold on. That sounds like it comes from Sorsby's team, bro. This isn't somebody seeing. This isn't somebody. Fam, Joe, you're making it seem like somebody saw him walking into therapy. That's like, oh, take pictures, and then they automatically know.
I didn't say
Oh,
that.
he made bets in
17, that shit
20.
clean.
He made bets in 2022. He made bets in 2022 on Indiana football when he's a redshirt. Fam, that came from Sorsby's team. Nobody knows that when he's going into therapy.
You gotta
Nobody
listen to
knows
what I'm
that.
saying. You
And
gotta
like
listen
I
to what I'm
said,
saying.
hold on, fam. The
What other
therapist.
topic we got tonight? I feel
The
like we got
therapist
one
ain't
more.
gonna
one
leak
more
that
after this.
info,
One
fam.
more
The
after this.
therapist ain't gonna say that. They can't. They lose their job. They never work again in their life, nigga.
All right, now
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
gonna land
Hip,
here.
but that's true.
I'm gonna land here. Y'all keep talking about the therapist notifying this. Stick with me. I'm gonna just break this shit down one more time.
I can't believe this
He
nigga, man.
checks in the therapist. What I'm telling Cole is no one has to say anything when it comes to pictures. People that take paparazzi don't get in trouble. That's what I'm telling you. So what I'm saying,
Journalism.
hold on. I understand what came out. Journalism, yes, Clarence, my bad. But I understand what
Let's
came
say
out.
it's their job.
What I'm saying is, if he got taken that picture, the picture was taken of him walking in, It's so much better that to know what he's walking in for rather than to fucking the news, the paparazzi, the TMZ make up a crazy story. This story's already, y'all are blaming a nigga for notifying his team what he's doing so no one else can make up a stupid ass stigma. Would you not? And that's why I asked, because my question's still not answered. If y'all was in this predicament.
Hey, I think he get tired because y'all niggas saying the same thing. And like a lot of your points, you saying his point. I think that's why he get tired.
No, I'm not. A lot of my points he's making in his piece, repeating me, and it's combating, and he's not listening to what I'm saying. He's literally combating my point with facts, just because he keeps thinking the information.
I think he rubbing his head.
You can't be guilty. Like, he's guilty, obviously. We're not combating that, but I'm saying there's no investigation yet. So to say that he's getting ahead of something is just as far as a push as he's not getting ahead of something. Am I right or am I wrong? That's a yes or no answer. If there's no investigation, but everything is speculation. We don't know yet because this nigga checked in, so he could be. Since his team notified, that means he's guilty. That's what we getting at. That's the closing argument. Since his team notified,
no, it's almost like what you saying that since he says something, he's not guilty, and that's also not the truth.
I said he's still wrong when it comes to betting, but the stigma that niggas about to put on him to where he can never be in the leagues again. Is betting in the NCAA, you won't be. Betting in the NCAA, you won't be in the league. But NFL, he still has a chance.
Anyway.
But debating on how he plays this situation.
Last point, bro. Since we talking about landing something, that's like you seen the movie Flight, bro, and being a pilot with Denzel. No. Okay. Well, anyways, I won't use that example. But my point is this, bro. That's like being a pilot and you fly airplanes and you have hundreds of people's hands, thousands of people every day, their hands in your life every day, and then you check into rehab for alcohol. Your career is probably done, is my point. You just can't do that as a quarterback. You're not seeing that's the whole point, bro. That's where it starts and ends. So that's why I say you can't do this. You're not going to do this, and then nothing bigger comes of it because your career is fucked. Why would you fuck your career and then no investigation comes down the line? Your career is just done, bro. You're never going to be looked at the same way because that's just dumb as fuck. So that's why we're saying you're not thinking on a bigger scale of like just putting two and two together of like, bro, okay, he came out and admitted to gambling on games that he.
So you think he done?
Part of. Yes.
You think he done?
He's never playing college football again. No.
And it can't be. I'm not talking about college. I'm saying you don't think he can play football again.
He has a very small, less than 5% chance of ever playing football again. NFL, maybe CFL or UFL. Yes, 100%. He can play in those leagues easily. NFL.
I love y'all, but I think we got to move on.
We do. We gonna go ahead and slide. Because this nigga, everybody guilty when they make assumptions, team. That it was league coach Stearns. I gave this nigga a headache. Hey, we gonna get on his ass, but no, I got one more thing though I wanted to